Hello and welcome to the ARCS. We're live here from Auto Club Speedway for the running of the Popeyes 70. Well folks, we're back here in the ARCS after Jonathan Remington scored a fuel mileage thriller at Atlanta. We're here at Auto Club to see who else can lock themselves into the playoffs and claim victory in the third race of the season. But for now, let's take a look at the starting lineup. On the pole, Draven Sandy. In second, Bob Verstappen. In third, Robbie Margot. In fourth, Maxwell Smart. In fifth, Deacon Gentleman. In sixth, Butthead Boothroyd. In seventh, Matt Carter. In eighth, Almavel Goria. In ninth, John Hammond. And rounding out your top 10, Tyler Seville. Let's take a look at the rest of the field and get right on into the action here at Auto Club. And we're live here at Auto Club Speedway for the Popeyes 70. Beautiful view out the back of the Richard Petty Pace Club car here at Atlanta. But as you can see in the distance there, skies are a little gray here today with the threat of rain in the forecast. So these drivers obviously going to be racing very aggressive. And right off the bat, we see some of that aggression. Let's go racing here in California. Draven Sandy on the pole for today's race. He's a former winner here at Auto Club. Did it all the way back in Season 2, so it's been just a little bit since he's won here, but running the exact same paint scheme that he won in just a couple of seasons ago. But Robbie Margot is going to take the point here very early on, and you will see a lot of close racing here at Auto Club Speedway as the beautiful palm trees there on the backstretch. 3 wide already for the lead and 3 wide throughout the pack. So how about that? That 2 car of Matt Carter not had too great of a run this early in the season, but trying to challenge the leaders up front. John Hammond there on the inside as well, as you see the 4 wide, and they're trying to work 5 wide here on some parts. Look at that right there in the corner as the 24 of Theophilus beating and banging doors with, I believe that was Boothroyd there. Many opportunities for caution. Whoa, as we do have a caution. There goes Boothroyd, and he gets hit in front of the field. Oh my goodness, is there a car upside down? There's Tony Jansen with some damage. Felix Benoit's got damage. 2 or 3 cars went in front of the field. Everybody got slowed up, though. Oh, as they go spinning in front of the field. Still, Michael Redinger involved. Most laps led on the season for Michael Redinger, but as you can see, the gloomy skies have come down on a couple of these drivers' day, and we'll see what happened here in just a moment. Here's a look at the crash with our new drone camera here in the air. Says, as you can see, Johannes Schaefer getting turned up there, and it's a melee coming up to this accident. Drivers trying to slow down. Oh, and there's Jonathan Remington, last week's winner, getting involved. Absolutely pile-driven there by a couple other cars. And there's the drivers involved here on the backstretch. Oh, Michael Redinger, as we said earlier, and that 11 car as well getting damage. An unfortunate start to this race for many drivers here at Auto Club. And we're back here at Auto Club Speedway. As you can see in the top right-hand corner of your screen, we'll take a look at the drivers retired in this one. The 45 car is retired in that one, and that is Jonathan Remington. Last week's winner got first last week. This week, dead last. How about that? The 81 car, Felix Benoit, got 39th. And Tony Jansen bites the bullet here at Auto Club, and he gets 38th. And we're about to go racing. So only 3 drivers out. Not a lot, but as you'll see when they get up to speed, there's quite a few drivers with damage. But again, you never know here at Auto Club. Stranger things have happened. As we get back to the green, Robbie Margot will lead us back to the green with a great start there. How about that? Draven Sandy going to try to pull to the back bumper of that 18 car. But Matt Carter, as we talked about him a little before the accident, has kind of had really kind of a rough season here in the Adrenaline Racing Cup Series. I want to say he's toward the bottom of the points, so if he could just kind of stay where he is right now. And he's right next to his teammate, that 15 car of Sarah Jones. If you look back just a little bit right there, it's almost like some Formula One going on right here, as you got 2 cars looking exactly alike. The Red Bull machines are side by side, as they're 3 wide for the 4th spot. How about that? Everybody's really kind of spread out here as Draven Sandy's taking the lead, but momentarily, as that 46 car, the rookie, how about that of Josh Hammond there, pushing to the bottom, but will Draven and Sandy get help on the outside? And everybody's getting to the front here as they're running side by side. Whoa, looks like we're going to have, I believe that's Carter there's going to dive to the inside. No, that's not, that's Jones. Jones to the inside, but Sandy's loving what he's seeing in his rear view mirror, 3 wide. And everybody getting up to speed here as 94 miles an hour as they crossed the stripe last time, 100 as they go across this time. How about that? They are picking up in speed, and we will only see faster speeds here as the laps click off. But Draven Sandy in the Marlboro car was able to win here a couple seasons ago. We talked about it just a minute ago. But how about that? That would be very impressive for Draven Sandy. The only place he's won, I want to say, has been Auto Club Speedway, and he would love to punch his ticket to the playoffs. We are a long way from home here in this one. A lot of drivers still very hungry for this one. As you see 3 wide back there, they've learned their lesson. They were running 4 wide earlier, but now that the pack is really thinned out here, I'm really surprised. There's only about, I'd say about 15, 20 cars in this lead pack that don't have damage. So we'll have to keep tabs on that, but they're still racing pretty hard. Here's the 29 car, my goodness, of Justin Vickers trying to give Timothy Ashton the business there coming off the corner. As all those drivers that started in the back pushing their way to the front. Oh, as Hammond there has to brake in the corners a little bit, try not to get into Sandy. Smart move, it's very early in this race. Very early. As they just go past the 10 lap mark in this one of the Popeyes 70. Still anybody's game here, as here comes Deacon Gentleman. Deacon Gentleman, he's got a lot of wins in the ARCS. He's tied with 3 wins all time. If he wins here today, he'd jump to the all-time wins leader. He's won at Road America, Daytona, and Talladega, so he's got some plate race prowess. Oh, as he's crowding that 23 car to the outside, but still no help on that bottom lane. Robbie Margot not in drafting distance to help that 46. We'll see if the 46 gets a good tow here on the front stretch. And is able to pull to the back bumper of Sandy. So far, so good for that 46 car. Will the 46 make a move to the inside? Well, he will. No help there, but the inside line's fairly preferred here. But that outside lane, if your car's good enough, will carry momentum off the corner. And that's exactly what Draven's been able to do to keep the lead here, as here comes Margot and Sandy. A little deceiving as they draft up to the back bumper. And how about that? Hammond's going to have the lead so far. And those oh-so-important laps led. We'll see who leads these laps here. Sandy been able to check the boxes for the laps led for the most part for the couple laps, but everybody's been able to draft up now as they are going side by side. Oh, Sandy there, I believe, at the line. He does. 1/100ths of a second at the line. Very close. But these cars being so stagnant at the front side by side has allowed these cars to pull right up. Here's Deacon Gentleman. He might make a move here or take advantage. Oh, he goes to the outside. He's going to help Draven Sandy in an interesting move. Oh, no, he goes to the top and he's getting shuffled out of line. Interesting move for Sandy. Maybe he's saving gas. He's just content to ride for now. But everyone forming up now, almost 3 wide here. It's getting a little more crazy at the front. 14 of 35 here in the Popeyes 70. And while we have a second here, as they're really fighting the handling on the car, as you can see Draven Sandy there, let's take a look at the Popeyes fastest lap of the day. And that's going to go to the 96 car of Butthead Boothroyd. I believe Butthead actually was involved in that first accident, so he had a stellar first lap. But he was not able to use that winning speed, and he is mired back in the field, I want to say. As he's 22nd there on the scoring board, as you can take a look there. But still, oh, we got one car pitting. I believe that's Eli the Wolf there. I believe he pitted, and some other cars as well. Interesting call for these cars that are damaged. They know they can't win on speed, so they're going to try something a little outside the playbook here, and they're going to come down and pit. So interesting call for them. We'll keep tabs on them and remember that for later. But how about Robbie Margot able to finagle their way up past Remington here, or not Remington, I should say, Hammond, I should say. But Sandy still, oh, and looks like we're going to have pits here. Because I saw a couple cars coming down here, Sandy coming out. Sandy's going to come down. Oh, so is the 29 car from the top of the track. This is going to be interesting. So, 23 car is going to lead to the line. Daytona Ash with Carter in tow. There's Eli the Wolf, who pitted earlier. So this is going to be really interesting. I have no clue who's going to come off here and have the best strategy. Probably won't be the damage cars. Sandy, I believe he's toward the front. Yes, he will be in the first pit stall because he got the pole, so he has the first pit stall, I believe. Yes, he does. So Deacon Gentleman slots in second or third on pit lane here, so we'll see who gets the best stop. Michael Renninger. I believe Michael Renninger was one of those damage cars, so he will not count. Bob Verstappen is another one of those damage cars, I believe. Oh, and he's going to take out the 53, and the 53 is going to get the lead off pit road. So damage for the leader off pit road. Deacon's got damage, but he's first off pit road. He's not happy on the radio, but he'll be happy coming off first off pit road, and Daytona Ash is going to pit here. So Ash is going to pit along with Carter in the 2 car. Wilkinson as well. So there is Gentleman off the pit road. He's coming up to speed. Vickers with a really good stop here. So we'll see who cycles out to the lead. So far, Deacon Gentleman's been pegged as the leader for now. But we'll see if any other cars were able to pull a good strategy and come off. Here are the other cars that pit just a little later. Oh, will they be able to cycle to the front? That is the question. Daytona Ash, one of those cars, didn't have a good stop. I believe there's a couple cars in front of him. Cassie Reynolds is in front. How about Justin Vickers, though? Vickers was able to catch up to Gentleman. I think Gentleman's car is slow after that damage. He's holding them up here, trying to... And how about Carter, though? Carter might have the best strategy. He went just a little long on that run there with Daytona Ash. So we'll see if he comes back to the stripe. I want to say he will. There's Gentleman Vickers and the rest of the field. Timothy Ashton as well. And who's going to get it? It's going to be Carter. So Carter with a massive lead here is going to have the lead and lap Michael Renninger with a little bit of damage there. But how about that? The chaos on pit road to the fuel strategy that's going on here. 18 to 35 in the books here. And everybody's forming up to draft. Will they be able to catch Matt Carter? I think they will. But we'll have to see what the delta is when they come back to the line and how they're able to cut through these lap cars here. Ooh. As Michael Renninger, he's got the most laps, as I mentioned earlier on in the race, led this season, but he is definitely holding up the leaders here at Fontana. A lot of these drivers hoping for a caution to catch back to the front. Yeah, and this is really getting good here. How about this? Justin Vickers, we hadn't talked about him all day, really, and he's in second right now. Good job for Vickers and Hammond. Hammond's been pretty consistent at the front as well, but the 15 car, the teammate of Matt Carter, I want to say these guys are catching the 2 of Matt Carter here. As we'll see at the line, it was about 0.5 of a second the last time by, so that's a pretty significant number, but we'll see at the line. 1 second off the lead. What is it going to be this time? Oh, it is pretty consistently 0.5 of a second a lap that Matt Carter is losing. But Hammond, he's been so consistent in that Busch car. He is just following in the draft of that 29 of Vickers, maybe saving a little bit of gas. You don't know. We very well probably will get another stop here at Auto Club. Interesting that these races here, these past 2 races in the ARCS have been fuel strategy races. But there goes Bob Verstappen in the Red Bull car. Red Bull up at the front here. Matt Carter leads. Bob Verstappen getting put a lap down. He was involved in that accident early. And how about that? Sarah Jones is right there as well. But how about this? Vickers to the inside for the lead here. Maybe we'll see the 2 car and the 15 work as kind of teammates here to draft off each other. Maybe give some help to one another. That might be an advantage here. But another advantage is of the top 4 cars, 3 of the 4 are Fords. The only car that's not a Ford is leading, and that's the 29 car of Vickers, Justin Vickers. And that pretty cool looking black and blue car up at the front. But how about this? Don't look too far away, folks. The Daytona winner, I believe Cameron's right back in this pack behind Eli the Wolf. And actually, Eli the Wolf, I think, was part of that damage group that pit really early on. So I think the strategy played possibly into his favor. Possibly, we'll see. But how about this, folks? Take a look at Deacon Gentleman's car. You see that damage that's been accrued on the left side. Hopefully not going to hurt that car. Oh, as the 42 is really slow in front of these leaders. It's not going to affect Vickers, but will Hammond choose the outside? Oh no, Hammond almost gets hung out to dry there. As everybody going to try to draft off one another. Really strung out here, but still good racing here at Fontana. We're pretty accustomed to seeing pack racing, but that early wreck really shrunk the field size down, so we're seeing a pretty unique style of racing here at Fontana. 3 wide for second. The Red Bull teammates of Carter and Jones are side by side with Hammond. As Hammond, whoa! Deacon Gentleman blocking the hell out of Eli the Wolf, almost to the bottom of the track. Wolf with an aggressive move. The Wolf is hungry here at Fontana and will take no prisoners here in the Popeyes 70. But Cassidy Reynolds, another driver we talked about at Atlanta. Cassie Reynolds, she's never won in the ARCS. She's trying to get her first win ever. She's been oh so close so many times. But Vickers is still leading here. And how about Cameron? Cameron's been able to pick off a couple drivers and move oh so close to this front pack here. A lot of storylines here. And how about Timothy Ashton? Timothy Ashton will just not be denied here in the ARCS in that 85 car, the Starbucks machine. Just really consistent finishes for that crew, and I'm oh so impressed as he's the regular season points leader, so it's pretty no-brainer that he's doing great at another track here. But Timothy Ashton and Josh Hammond, like we've been talking about, those are the top 2 in points. So Hammond right now, he's trying to take the regular season title over Timothy Ashton. So it's a battle for the regular season title. Well, race 3, pretty early, but any position and every position matters here at Fontana. As the 2-car saw Carter up front play the fuel strategy game quite nicely to go from mid-pack to leading the race for a while, when probably we'll get some good, good juju for leading good laps. That'll be if the tiebreakers needed, laps led are a category this season. So you never know when you might need laps led. But Vickers, oh so dominant, and we're talking about laps led. We've only got 10 laps left at Fontana. Vickers leads. These other drivers trying to chase him down for that matter. But Eli the Wolf, he's trying to chase these other drivers down as well, as we got the Red Bull cars right in line here. Playing a little draft off the teammate here, but Wolf is trying to break that up. And everybody's slotting in, playing a little bit of drafty draft, pushy push here in the backstretch at Fontana. But Eli the Wolf, oh, he's trying to block Nicholas Cameron there. It's getting aggressive on the bottom. Cameron's probably not too happy. Whoa, as Cameron nearly cuts off Reynolds on the top side. But Carter, he's stalking that 29. We've seen Carter put up some good lap times these last couple laps. He's been able to cut into that 29, and we know what will happen if the 29 goes side by side with another car. It will stall those front 2 cars out. So it is definitely not over. And like we always say, fuel strategy is always in play. Kind of the notes for this race kind of say that there's going to be 1 stop for fuel, but 2 stops very possible and are very likely in the cards, because we've not really seen many cautions. We've only seen 1 that really kind of slowed this race up just a little bit. It was poor John Ross Stein there. John Ross Stein not having good luck here today. And there's the other pack here, led by Daytona Ash and Draven Sandy, that Season 2 winner here at Fontana. But Sandy would love a caution here, as these guys they're just playing it safe right now, just drafting behind each other, the long train, and just trying to draft back up to the 29, and probably at the same time save some fuel, as Nicholas Cameron says no in the Polaroid car. Oh, they are really close now, working together. Is this gonna... Oh, and there goes Carter. He chokes in the corner, and there goes John Ross Stein in that heavily damaged car. My goodness. He's just trying to get some points, and I respect that, but he's gonna come down and pit. But 6 laps to go here at Fontana. Hammond to the inside. That's going to give the advantage to Justin Vickers here. But Hammond might be just a tad faster. We'll have to see. As these cars, do you help your teammate or do you help Hammond? Do you help your teammate if you're a Red Bull car? Got to get that draft from the outside and push your teammate past. And that's exactly what the 15 of Jones is going to do. Oh, and the 46 is going to pit, folks. We've got the pit strategy here. And there goes Vickers and the rest of this field. Timothy Ashton, the points leader, and Cassidy Reynolds, never won before. As Reynolds leads to the line, Alba Velgoria on the inside of the track, side by side. Third is Theophilus, so interesting to see that right there as the damaged cars are pitting as well. There's Vickers with a little bit of a slow entry there to his pit stall. So we'll have to see who gets the best crack off pit road, and the best team might win them the race. Passing's been a little hard without help with these massive packs, but we'll have to see as everybody cycles down. Justin Vickers, oh, he's got probably the best stop. Is Sandy going to have a... No, Sandy's not going to have a chance. And Carter going to have the best opportunity. Is how about the 41 car able to gain some spots off pit road? But the 17 and the other cars are coming down to pit as well. We'll see if their strategy is the best one. It was Wyatt Wilkinson in the 24. I don't think they made contact, but it was close. I don't think they did. No, they did not. So as the rest of the field comes down, we'll have to see how they cycle out here. It's Timothy Ashton, the points leader, trying to play the long game here as the 24 comes out. But Ashton will lead. No, Ashton's not going to lead this group. It's going to be Reynolds. So how about that? It'll be Reynolds versus the world here. Reynolds trying to get her first win. We'll have to see if it will be enough. Will pitting later, like it did in the first segment of the race, be the move to win? Will it be the Popeyes sweet move of the race? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see as everyone comes back up to speed. Cassidy Reynolds off of the pit lane here onto the warm-up track. Oh, and there's Vickers. I don't think it's going to be enough. No, Vickers is going to get around, but Cassidy Reynolds will be in the zip code of Vickers, but not up to speed as Vickers is. So Vickers, he might have this one in the bag, but Reynolds is still there, and we could still very well see a caution here. At Fontana, overtime could be in play. You never know. So about 7/10 is the gap at the line to Reynolds. We still have a lap car in front of Vickers, but Vickers has been so dominant here at Fontana. Vickers, a rookie. The first 3 races could possibly be won by rookies. We had a rookie win at Daytona, a rookie win at Atlanta, not Star Wars. And how about this? Justin Vickers might win here at Fontana, but Cassidy Reynolds is going to try to say something about that. But poor Michael Reidinger, he's led laps, just not the ones here today that he's going to need to win. But we may see these drivers. Whoa, as Michael Reidinger almost cuts in front of Timothy Ashton there. As how about that? Cassidy Reynolds cut about a 10th into Vickers' lead, so Cassidy Reynolds might be faster. Could possibly be that Cassidy Reynolds put on 2 tires instead of just gas like Vickers did, so we'll see. As don't count Carter out of this one, as Carter might draft up to the back of Reynolds and give some help there. And I believe I see Alma Velgoria up here, yes, with damage, but Reynolds, I think, is cut. Reynolds, folks, is cutting into that lead, I think. Vickers, I don't think this has this on lock here at Fontana. Let's see at the line, it was 0.6 the last lap. 0.28, oh my goodness, about half the lead there that Vickers had. We'll see if Reynolds has a chance. 2 laps to go here at Fontana. Fuel mileage has been a little crazy. Cassidy Reynolds last week was oh so close to getting her first win, trying to chase down Jonathan Remington. Will Cassidy Reynolds, 1 week later, 1 race later, get redemption here at Fontana? Here we go, a lap car of Velgoria here. What will be the choice here of Justin Vickers? Justin Vickers going to go to the inside. Reynolds going to get some draft off of Velgoria. Slot in behind the 29. 1 more lap to go here at Fontana. 1 more circuit. 1 more chance for Cassidy Reynolds to make this a statement victory. Let's see. Oh, it's so close here in the first corner. Oh my goodness, it is so tight here on the backstretch. Reynolds going to go to the inside. They might be side by side on the backstretch. Will Carter make it 3 wide? Oh, I don't think Reynolds has had... No, Reynolds didn't get enough help. We'll see off the final corner here. Oh, Reynolds slows up just a little bit. Reynolds chokes. Justin Vickers might just have gotten the win here, and another rookie is going to do it at Fontana. How about that? Justin Vickers win, and Cassidy Reynolds comes up second again. My goodness, and Matt Carter with a resounding third place run on a nice strategy call, but how about that? Justin Vickers wins here at Fontana. And we're back here at Fontana, California, and Justin Vickers, with his first career win, gets it done here in Cali. In second place, Cassidy Reynolds, a bridesmaid once again. Third place, Matt Carter with a really good run here today and a great points finish. In fourth, Nicholas Cameron. He's got to love those points as well. Timothy Ashton, your points leader, a top 5 again. Ashton will not be denied. In sixth, Theophilus Morgan Jr., a really quiet day but a good points finish. In seventh, Sarah Johnson. In eighth, Wyatt Wilkinson. In ninth, Eli the Wolf. And rounding out your top 10, Andy Seville. Let's take a look at the rest of the drivers in the field. As you can see, those drivers that did not finish or finished a lap down. But all in all, a fairly good race here at Fontana. And we will see you next race at Watkins Glen. And we know who's licking their chops for next week. We'll see you then, folks.